Would you check your wallet for a 1971 quarter after watching this? What would you do if you found a coin worth $8 millions in your pocket? Don't forget to like, comment, and share this story of hidden treasure. Every coin tells a story. Some speak of kings and empires, while others whisper about revolutions and forgotten wars. But the 1971 United States quarter dollar is more than just a piece of metal. It is a silent witness to an America in transition, a country caught between the memory of the 1960s and the promise of the 1970s. This coin became a part of daily life, slipping through the hands of ordinary Americans, buying groceries, paying for bus rides, and echoing the heartbeat of a nation. To understand the 1971 quarter dollar, we must travel back to 1965. Before this time, quarters were made of 90% silver. But with silver prices rising rapidly, the U.S. government faced a crisis. The cost of producing silver coins became higher than their face value. Imagine melting a quarter could give you more silver worth than 25 cents. People began hoarding old silver coins, and the Treasury knew something had to change. So, in 1965, Congress passed the Coinage Act, which eliminated silver from quarters and replaced it with a copper-nickel-clad composition. By 1971, this new design had already become standard. The 1971 quarter was not just another coin, it was the first full-decade proof that America had moved away from silver money forever. The obverse of the 1971 quarter features a powerful portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. This design was created in 1932 by sculptor John Flanagan to honor Washington's 200th birthday. By 1971, this portrait had already become an American icon. Washington's strong profile facing left symbolized leadership and trust. Above his head, the word liberty stood tall, reminding Americans of the ideals their country was built upon. Below his chin, the national motto, "In God We Trust," declared the spiritual faith of the nation. And at the bottom, the year 1971 stamped its place in history. The reverse of the 1971 quarter carried the majestic bald eagle, America's national bird. This eagle, with its wings spread wide, symbolized freedom, power, and vigilance. In its claws, it held olive branches, symbols of peace, while standing ready to defend the nation. Above the eagle, the words United States of America were engraved, and beneath it, the coin proudly declared its value, quarter dollar. Surrounding the eagle were laurel branches, linking the coin to ancient Roman traditions of honor and victory. The 1971 quarters were struck in 3 U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Philadelphia produced over 109 million coins. Denver struck more than 258 million coins. San Francisco minted proof coins, carefully polished for collectors. This massive production reflected America's growing economy. Quarters were needed everywhere, in vending machines, payphones, laundromats, and everyday shopping. Most 1971 quarters in circulation are worth just their face value, 25 cents. But rare varieties and proof versions can be worth much more. A well-preserved 1971 proof coin can fetch hundreds of dollars at auctions. The rarest are error coins, misprints, double strikes, or off-center designs. Some of these have sold for over $8 millions in international coin markets. To truly appreciate the 1971 quarter, we must step into the world of that year. The United States in 1971 was facing dramatic changes. The Vietnam War was still raging, young people were protesting in the streets, and the civil rights movement was reshaping society. At the same time, President Richard Nixon had just announced that the U.S. dollar would no longer be tied to gold, a moment that forever changed global economics. Amid this storm of change, the quarter became more than just currency. It was stability in the palm of your hand, a reminder that, no matter how uncertain the times, America's traditions, symbolized by George Washington and the mighty eagle, endured. Coin collectors around the world hold a special fascination for the 1971 quarter. Not because it is made of silver or gold, but because it marks a turning point in U.S. monetary history. Many collectors search endlessly for rare proof sets from San Francisco or for RareCoins from Philadelphia and Denver. Some even say that the 1971 quarter is a coin of the common people. Unlike gold coins that were locked away in safes, the quarter was part of daily life, passed from hand to hand, pocket to pocket, carrying with it the stories of millions. Some of the most valuable 1971 quarters are not perfect at all. They contain minting errors that make them unique. Double die errors, where Washington's profile appears slightly doubled. Off-center strikes, where the coin's design is shifted, leaving part of the coin blank. Clipped planchets. Coins missing a small piece of metal. At auctions, these flawed coins have sold for thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine, a coin meant to be worth only 25 cents turning into a collector's treasure worth 8 millions. Why did the U.S. choose George Washington for the quarter? Because Washington represented unity. At a time when the young nation could have collapsed, he held it together. By 1971, using Washington's face was a message. America would survive the chaos, just as it had survived revolution. The eagle on the back, too, was no accident. In 1971, as the Cold War continued, the eagle's outstretched wings and sharp gaze reminded citizens that America was strong, watchful, and determined to defend its ideals. For ordinary Americans, the 1971 quarter was everywhere. Kids dropped it into gumball machines. Teenagers used it for jukebox songs. Parents fed it into laundromats. Soldiers in uniform used it to call home from payphones. Each quarter carried a small piece of American life, moments of joy, duty, love, and struggle. It was not just money, it was memory cast in copper and nickel. Today, millions of 1971 quarters still circulate in the U.S., but collectors worldwide hunt for rare editions. A standard circulated coin may be worth only its face value, but a pristine, uncirculated, or error coin can command staggering prices in international markets. Some of the rarest varieties have fetched between $5 millions to $8 millions, making the 1971 quarter one of the most surprising treasures in American coinage. The 1971 quarter dollar is not rare because of what it is made of. It is rare because of what it represents. It represents a nation in turmoil, yet holding strong, a coin of the people that carried history in every hand it touched. When you hold a 1971 quarter today, you are not just holding copper and nickel, you are holding a piece of America's soul, a symbol of liberty, strength, and survival.